issues there with Delta's game freezing, but it is getting very close right now between, as Androa goes off track. And,
no, he's went completely off.
He's been spun.
So just as
two yellow flag because of him.
Oh no, but just as I came back,
the driver did spin him out, I will say that now.
CC Brain on the bunt, just right back. He's just going side by side between STV Fenny. He gets the move done, very fantastic move from them. But yeah, just going back onto whatever happened on the last stream, it was very weird. There was just a little bit of game freezing there. It was not my end, it was just the game. The game just bugged out.
Ivory Mike has now got 9 seconds of time penalty. Sorry to interrupt there with what you were saying that happened with the game, but this, as FRO Young Power has got past Andreas as he's pitted in. Very interesting.
Back into the podium position right now, 18 out of 27, so we haven't missed that much, so do not worry, you guys have not missed a lot. The only big thing and really interesting thing is that the grid has pretty much closed and there's a lot more battles, so you guys have joined back at the fantastic moment. So we've got CC Brain, TTG Guernsey and Terror Racer. So
as Lars is actually quite on the back of Lamp F1 right now. Think we should go on board with them if you're not.
Yep.
Lamp is going to have DRS. Will he use overtake mode to get past Lamp? No, he's not. He is conserving. He is slightly catching though because that DRS helping give him an extra 13 kilometers an hour down the straight.
Right, but just making sure everything is completely fine. It is looking completely fine now, which is good. No errors on anyone's side, which is fantastic. Hello, right. So, anything to comment on this race? 18 out of 27, Bren.
It's been going very well. The battles are now starting to intensify as the race is getting on. But just to comment on something that was said in the last stream by Tim at the end, Tim Wenting.
Yep.
He said, lol, the streamers, their Wi-Fi is so bad, Jesus Christ. This is not a streamer's Wi-Fi issue, it was actually a game issue, Tim, if you are now watching the latest one.
Yeah, the whole game just completely froze, but it's fixed now, so you guys will be able to see the end, but it is not my end, do not worry. It's just the game just froze, because it was even on my end as well, the game just completely froze, but hopefully it's fine now, so no errors, just a little technical difficulties, but what were we talking about, Bryn, with the drivers, as we told people about the issues?
Oh, the battles have started to intensify now, haven't they?
Yeah, 100%, you've got the top three, VRT Benjamin. Benjamin's been pulling out a little bit of a gap onto the rest of the drivers, 3.3 seconds, so just keeping an eye on the comments. People are wanting the penalties, so there are your penalties right there. So now that you've seen that, we'll put it back to the tires. But good fraction of the drivers are onto the hard tire compound, so they will be going to the end. It's 19 out of 27. Won't be seeing any issues with their tires. But any close battles that we can see, we do have CGT Lars Lamp 1, and he's going for a move. Did he get it stuck? He's just on the back one, but CGT Androa getting past Ivor Bryn with the DRS. Very easy overtake, but hello. Right, here are the viewers back again. 30 people, right? So if you guys have just joined the stream, there was just a game issue. It was not my internet. It was just the game just playing up, but you have not missed a lot. There was a couple overtakes, but we're back now, so would you like to resume with your commentary?
Yep, as Andreas has just set the fastest lap of the race at 30.909. Brilliant lap from the racing point. Yes, Benjamin has pulled out a gap to Young Power, but there's also a forming. Sorry, just had slight issues with my headset.
Yeah, it's all good.
The Lamp is now catching on to back of Lars. Will he look for a move? No, he does not.
So it's looking like a very strong position for the MNT drivers, 4th and 5th. Then you've got CC Brain, done an overtake on Terror Racer for the DRS, very easy move, but the other Ferrari driver, Greeny, is he going to get past F4L Terror Racer, and he does. So very good teamwork there between CC Brain and Greeny. Greeny saw the gap that opened up when CC Brain went for it, but the McLaren driver TTG Venom's trying to slip in and just went off just a little bit too wide for his liking, almost risking another overtake, but gets the switchback on his teammate TTG Grinze, but he's right on the back of CC Brain. So any comments on this battle, Brent, that you've got right here?
It's very good, but I mean, like, I've got a comment so far that Greeny is doing very well after starting last in 20th, now being in P6. That's 14 places he has gained, and to get through all them drivers to be up into P6, I've got to applaud that, because very consistent and he's got so much speed round here so far, but he is running very low on ERS.
Yeah, that's 100%. So it's going to be very vulnerable. You've got F4L Terror Racer, he's in his 70s, and then you've got CC Brain on his 20s, so we could see potentially near end the race Terror Racer just catch back up, but he's got the slipstream. No, that's CGT Lars on Lamp F1. As Lamp F1 goes for a move down the inside, is his teammate gonna try to go for it as well? He doesn't, but that's Lamp 1 now into P3. So fantastic move. But now we have MNT Rally. Is he gonna go for a move? But they're still going side by side. Got a really bad angle there. They almost look like they're going free wide there.
Very close between the side by side. Robbing a little bit of side pods there. Very clean though from the drivers. They're keeping it very clean. As Lars kept holding it around the outside. Little bit of contact with the end plate then on the rear wheel of Lars. If that was real life, that could have been a puncture on Lars' side, but the game does not do that. As I just got a little disconnect symbol over Lamp F1 then, but that must have been just a little game glitch. As now, Will Rally try to go for the move on Lars. He does not have much ERS at all. No, he's back. And there is a yellow flag. There is a yellow flag in Sector 3. That is amazing. Now we're off again. Sector 3 yet again, not looking good for the Australian.
And he's lost his wing again. He's got damage on his wing yet again, so it's not looking like he's placing the car into the right position coming through to that sector, so it's very upsetting for him. Not too sure what he's doing because we keep going on to other drivers, but then we just miss it. But can we look at the fact that Benjamin has pulled a 3.7 gap, so in a matter of like 2 laps he's pulled out a good 4 to 5 10 spot.
And the Australian of Amazing Hour has actually retired from the Grand Prix. Sad news for LR today, but hopefully Andreas can pull it back for them.
Oh, in STV Fenny in Venoms going side by side, but the Mercedes is going to get more traction. It's very close between the McLaren and the
Mercedes right now. Yes, it is.
He did get some very good traction on the exit there as he was on the wider line, and then he applied the power much more earlier, getting a better exit onto him. But very close
Venom
racing.
Is very close. Yeah, it's very close racing. So I'm just going to jump on back with M&T Rally because it is very close between the top 3. Lamp is starting to pull a slight lead from Lars, but his teammate is really pressurising him. This could be causing Lars into mistakes, which is creating that gap between them. But let's see what happens, because this lap could be all or nothing for them. Because we've only got 4 to 5 laps left of this Grand Prix left. And all I've got to comment on right now as well is that Greeny's drive, I've already said it, but from P20 to P6 so far, that is very good from him, and it's very good for ETA.
Yeah, he's went up 14 positions, so fantastic for him, showing a lot of pace this race. But just noticing that Andrew or LR Amazing Hour was saying that there's a car jumping around somewhere, so I'm not too sure. I'm guessing that was IF or Rally. I'm not too sure who he was going on about, but a jumping car in a league race is not the greatest thing in the world. But
oh, can I just quick comment? I don't want to interrupt on you, but Androa's just got a 3-second time penalty. That is not looking good. Because penalties in these DRS trains, don't know where he is on track, but still, anybody that are in a DRS train can be affected by penalties, because that close, you could lose so many positions.
Yeah, the penalties are not the greatest around here, especially just if you do exceed the limits just a little bit. That was coming back to what me and you were talking about through to the quali. It's just the penalties aren't the best run here because it's just runoff, so you're not really knowing how much of the track you can use to benefit and gain the most time onto the driver in front. So it's just the bad luck of the penalty system in this game. But the other drivers will not be complaining as there's only a few drivers in the grid who don't actually have any pens just yet. The top 4 will be fighting for that one position unless the penalty comes into play. But the pens are looking like the most penalties right now is CC Brain with 13. So did not expect that from CC Brain. He's got 13 seconds. You've got ESW, Ivor, Brent on 9, and then you've got the rest of the drivers onto their 3s. So not looking like a good race for CC Brain as he well jumped on a few positions through to the penalties. What are your comments on that, Brent? Because I did not notice that.
It's going to really cost him because you can't exceed the track limits here because, like you say, is that as soon as you do it once, you kind of can't help but keep doing it. That you will get multiple warnings and, like in CC Brain's position, get loads of penalties. That is going to drop him quite far back. I'm guessing he might go to P13. I don't know yet. This isn't official, but I'm guessing he might drop to P12, P11ish.
Oh, and
with their penalties.
Ace went for a move on
yes.
Fenny there. Fantastic.
No, Ace just got past him. Ace got past Fenny.
Alright, sorry, I thought it was the complete way. Just the wrong camera angle at the wrong time, but upsetting race there for 100%. Yeah, it's upsetting race for Lamp as he did sustain damage through he will be going mental. Yeah, 100%. Wait, has he got damage? Did he repair it? Okay, yes he did, but yeah, 100%. He's lost a lot of time because Bren was talking about this in the stream earlier from the other stream before the game just died on us and the stream had to be ended. Yeah, Bren was commenting on the fact that Lamp has got some good pace, but sitting in P3, that's a good position for him, but he's going to be kicking himself because, well, do you think he could be contending for the win right now if he didn't sustain that wing damage, Bren?
He would have been, yeah, I think he would have been. As VRT Pat has now got a 3-second time penalty. He's got off lucky there because so far he's not going to drop down a single position. But if he gets past Colin, hopefully, let me check the penalty situation. No, it's alright, him and Colin, if he gets past him, because he is 4/10 between them two, he will not drop a position. But catching up to Colin, he's going to use overtake. Oh no, he's got Moffat, but DRS yet again. And he's got straight past Colin. Decent DRS move on him. And that's the move over. So I'm now going to go on board with Lars, who has caught up to Lamp again.
Watching, I'm just letting you have a little bit of the commentary because I've talked for a good fraction of this race. So
yes, as we have now got 2 laps left to go of this Grand Prix, lap 26 and 27. The top 5, the 3rd to 5th are all within a second. So this is going to be very close between them all. As Greeny is starting to catch onto the back of World Rally. You can see it's only a slight gain, but he is gaining on him. As LR Amazing now, after that retirement, has left this session. As Delta, we would like to see
yes.
the gap to the leader. I'm being asked.
Right there. Yeah. I stuck that on for a good 20 seconds when you were commentating there, just to give them a little bit. But yeah, the gap between the leaders are looking pretty far away. Coming from P6, it's 11.8 seconds, but the farthest away is 59.7 seconds from 19th to 1st, which is expected. I'm just
gonna butt in, but while Rally is using up all his overtaking, he's only got 2% left, trying to keep on to the back of Lars. Lars has 16% of battery. It is going up as he is in a braking zone, but still, that is not a lot. Also, Lamp is very low, only just got above 10% battery charge, because they're all pushing to try and keep their positions, because of course Lars and Lamp both having no penalties. This is going to be a battle for on track. But we're going to see who comes on top as Ben starts the last lap of the race. He has led most of the race apart from when he pit in. Then we're followed by Young Power, who's only 2.8 behind. He has slightly caught up because the gap was 3.5. And the Sexy 3 yellow flag as Venom has retired from the Grand Prix. What has happened to him? He's retired in the pit lane. As Andreas has now got a 3-second time penalty. This is not looking good. He could drop down to 12th at this rate. As I'm going to go back on board with CGT Lars. He's on the back of Lamp F1. Final time going down this back straight. He's going to open DRS. He's going to have the run. Lamp goes to defend. But he goes round the outside. Can Lamp? No. He has lost a position. Lars is now taking the final podium position. And he's gone. 3/10, 4/10. It doesn't look like Lamp's going to be able to get this back now.
This yellow flag
MNT.
as well isn't going to be too good as well, because it means that he won't overtake him. He's going to have to wait until that green flag, but for some reason it still
it's okay,
is
it's only in Sector 1. It's only in Sector 1. He can move, it's alright. It's just because Venom retired in the pit lane, the driver doesn't actually retire in the pit lane technically, because the car still drives out onto the track and retires.
Sorry to interrupt,
but it's been very close between...
We do have Benjamin though. He's the very first driver to cross the line. I think this is the last lap, isn't it?
And he is going to win the Grand Prix.
Fantastic.
Followed by Young Power, who managed to gain quite a lot. Then Lars finishing on the final podium position. And Lamp just missing out by 5/10.
A finish.
That was a brilliant finish from the drivers. Absolutely brilliant.
An interesting
and
one.
CC Brain has dropped out the points.
Oh, that's not the greatest start for him for round one. He looked like he had some good immense pace in that car. He was showing his pace through to the quali and even the race, but the penalties just came into play and now he's sitting in P12. It's fortunate for him. VRT Pat 13th. The rest of the drivers are pretty far back at the grid, but then once they finish we will round it up. But 2 retirements. It's very unfortunate for the other 2 drivers, TTG Venoms and Amazing Hour. But comments on that race, Bryn, from start to finish.
At the start it was a very boring standard DRS train, which a typical round France, it does happen quite often. But then towards the race, once everybody was on older tyres, and on harder compounds, that's when the racing actually started getting interesting, especially between 3rd and 5th. It was very close, and I've got to say there was some brilliant driving from all 3 there. But Greeny, amazing drive from last place to take 7th. As we see now, your final top 3. So we have Benjamin taking the win, second being Young Power, FRL, and then 3rd finishing off with CGT, Lars. What a great race. What a great race.
Yeah, a very fantastic finish for the podium battle. You had Lamp, but I will read the top 10 and then we will end off to Bryn. But for the top 3 we have VRT Benjamin for a fantastic race to start it off with. Then you have FRL Young Power, then CGT Lars coming around with Lamp. Both of them had a little battle near the end, so that was a very fantastic way to end it. Then we have M&T Rally, FRL Terror Racer, Greeny LFC, I'm not too sure what team he is in, but LR Andreas, STV Fenny, TTG Guracy, and Bren, you can take the rest.
Then rounding outside the top 10 we have IFR Ace in 11th, 12th CC Brain, after them 13 seconds of penalties, 13th was VRT Pat, 14th ESW Esports Wales Colin R Mason, 15th S2V Academy Ruben, 16th CGT Androa, 17th IRL Rally, 18th Ivor Brin Mike, and DNF was TTG Venom and LR Amazing Hour. What an amazing race that was. What a way to start this event.
Yeah, 100%. It went off to, like, as you did say, it went off to a very boring start. I was getting a little bit cautious though, that it was just gonna get a little bit too spaced out between the drivers, but near the middle stint of the race and then to the end, then that's when it started to get a little bit juicy. But very fantastic race. My comments on it would be that I'm very excited for the next race, as I think it's Italy actually. I think it's Italy for next week. So
it is next week. It is. You are right. The 3rd of February. It is Italy.
So yeah, that's gonna be us. Any comments for not February, for Monza, Bryn? You expecting the same drivers to finish onto the podium step?
It's going to be very interesting. I think it might be a bit of a shake-up in Monza, as different people, as it is a different track requiring different driver skills. It's going to be a very different podium, I think, but we will have to wait and see.
Yeah, 100%. So that has been me, LR Delta and LR Bren, and we will see you guys next race at the Italian Grand Prix for the next Italian race. So thank you for watching and goodbye.